quantity insufficient. Not enough minerals. More minerals required. Mineral quantity insufficient. Not enough minerals. Inadequate supply. Pylons inefficient. Additional Vespene gas required. More minerals required. Need more Vespene gas. Mineral. Highlight for high efficient. Not enough minerals. More minerals required. Not enough minerals. More minerals required. For iron. Research completed. Mineral quantity insufficient. Highlight for iron. More. Highlight for iron. Highlight for iron. New technology researched. insufficient. We embrace the glory of battle. We stand as one. My life force. Army upgraded. We embrace the glory of battle. Orange is my light for hire. We embrace the glory of battle. My life for hire. We embrace the glory of battle. Command. My life for hire. We embrace the glory of battle. My life for hire. New technology researched. Mineral Nexus Point. Additional bylaws required. From the shadows I come. Metal field exhausted. We embrace the glory. Nexus Point under enemy attack. The shadows I come. Protoss forces now in combat. My life for hire. You see us. My meditation is over. Cannot warp pylons under assault. Fear is an illusion. I not be. Mineral field exhausted. We embrace the glory of battle. Mineral quantity insufficient. My life for ire. We embrace the glory of battle.
Fear is an illusion.
Not enough minerals.
Cassam de Templari.
I bet.
Mineral quantity insufficient.
Nasperu,
We
you seek ours. What would you ask of us?
lost.
More minerals required.
Entire my life for hire.
We seek enlightenment.
Insufficient Vespine research.
Cassam de Templari.
Not enough minerals.
My life for hire. We stand.
Additional Vespine gas required.
From the shadows I come.
We embrace the glory of battle.
What would you ask of us? Fear. You seek our service. Cartoon. Battle is upon us. Nasperu Unadar. I am the blade of Shakuras. The darkness lies. I bask.
Not enough minerals.
My life for hire.
Must construct additional pylons.
Cassam de
More minerals required. Mineral cluster inadequate supply. Pylons inefficient. Must construct additional pylons.
From the shadows I come. Nasperu Unadar. I am the blade of Shakuras.
Need more Vespine gas. Additional pylons.
Cassam de Templari.
My life for hire.
You seek
We are the light of the hollow.
The merging is gone. Mineral quantity insufficient.
Un Orakai Atum.
Mineral.
What would you
Mineral cluster expended. Nexus point under enemy attack. Probes under attack. exhausted. Enemy assaulting probes.
My life for hire. We embrace the glory of battle.
My charge.
What would you ask of us?
Enlightenment.
The double. You seek our service.
We shall stand
Clever.
We are focused.
Fear is an illusion. I am but a phantom. Cartoon. I am the blade of Shakuras. I am intrigued.
Our minds are as one. My charge. Cassam de Templar.
What got we? The merging is complete. Not enough minerals. Mineral quantity insufficient. More minerals required. Mineral quantity insufficient. Not enough minerals. More minerals. Not enough minerals. Mineral quantity insufficient. More minerals required. Mineral quantity insufficient.
I am but a phantom.
Power over.
What would you ask of us?
We are focused.
Mineral field depleted.
I bask in the twilight. You seek our service. I am the blade of Shakuras. I strike from the shadow. Fear is an illusion. I am intrigued. I will comply. From the shadows I come. What
Mineral field exhausted.
by the void? I am but a phantom.
We are the light of
More minerals required.
My life for hire.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Not enough minerals.
You seek our service.
we.
From the shadows I come.
My charge.
Fear is an illusion. I am the blade of Shakur.
We shall stand against
The darkness rises. What would you ask of us? You seek ours. What would you...
Un Orkai Atum.
Strike.
Mineral quantity insufficient.
Twilight for
Twilight of the Kala.
Jakul Ina.
Need more Vespine gas.
Kassaw de Templar. We are focused. Kassaw de Templar.
I am but a phantom.
We shall stand against the darkness.
The merging is complete. More minerals required. Not mineral cluster expended.
I will comply. By the void.
Mineral field depleted. Nexus insufficient Vespine gas.
Kassaw de Templar. Kassaw de Templar. We are
we embrace the glory of battle.
The merging is complete.
Jakul. The darkness.
Dispersing is complete.
Hello, mic test. Hello, mic test. Hello, mic test. What's up, everybody? We are back with another game. It's going to be bbreed versus yellowjellow. I guess I started those names wrong because the camera is currently on our green Zerg, and that's going to be yellowjellow. And his opponent is going to be the yellow terran, bbreed. So bbreed set out tonight with something to prove. He wants to beat everybody. He started off versing yours truly, BubblyFrog, in a TVP. That is one of my off races, I should mention. And he kind of destroyed me. We'll see if he does the same to yellowjellow. Yellowjellow going to be playing his main race, which is Zerg. And he also did go for a scout. Only for the front, just to see that there's a barracks going down at the top of the ramp, and yellowjellow decides he doesn't need to see the rest of his base and goes on home. He did go for a hatchery first, followed by spawning pool, and then gas, I think? No, must have been gas then pool. So super standard there. And bbreed doing his usual TVZ killer build. Throwing down his command center as well on the low ground. Gonna feel pretty comfortable to do so. First Marine going for, well, trying to go for that Overlord. Gets a few shots off, not able to get it before he escapes onto the high ground of this dome structure. Once again, this is going to be the aquatic map. I like this map because the corpses and remains of the units float up. Pretty cool interaction. And as usual, bbreed has gotten his reactor. Factory coming up. Gonna be swapping that on. Second gas coming down, second barracks coming down, so I expect him to get a couple tech labs on these bad boys perhaps, and then maybe a starport behind it, as he usually do. yellowjellow on the Zerg side of things. going for his third hatchery. And I'd like to see more queens. He's getting a third queen here. And going for, what is this called? Pneumatized carapace for his overlords, giving them speed. I don't really know if that's necessary. I mean, yeah, it provides better scouting, but yellowjellow should know at this point that bbreed's doing his usual thing, so I feel like those resources could have been saved and spent on other things, but still, it's a good ability to have. Look at all these zippy boys, they're so fast. Yellowjellow once again with his overlord positioning is not the best. Like this guy here, not really being very useful, but he is gonna fly in with his overlord, do a bit of scouting, gonna confirm that it's the bbreed slayer build, and because of that speed he's able to get on out of there. And yellowjellow has produced a lot of zerglings. He does have a baneling nest as well, so is he gonna go for some kind of bust that might be successful? Just gonna nibble away at this tech lab for now, morphing banelings right in bbreed's face. That's a bit disrespectful. Going to get that tech lab and cancel the combat shields, but loses all his zerglings. Only 2 banelings finish off, 1 remaining. And okay, getting combat shields was kind of nice, but was it worth it? I don't think so. Creep spread only just now starting up out of yellowjellow, so a bit lacking in that department. He only has 1 creep spreading queen, the rest are on inject duty, so a bit slow on the creep spread, I suppose. Yellowjellow, not sure why he decided to get that 1 solitary spore here and here, I guess for drops, but that's not usually what bbreed goes for in this matchup, so another questionable move. And flies that overlord right on top of bbreed's army, and it does unfortunately lose its life. Supply count quite heavily in favor of our Terran player, 96 to 85, and the bulk of that is going to be army. 58 army supply versus 26 out of the Zerg, so bbreed with quite a substantial army lead, a little bit behind in the workers, but that's okay if he's able to end the game. And oh no, all these units are stuck. Does he realize it? That might be bad news. Okay, does realize, does lower the depots, so these units can go out. And I don't think yellowjellow has any idea. If we look at his vision, look, he has no vision around the map. Once again, this goes back to his overlord positioning. There's a lot of these high ground spots littered across every map, so as a Zerg you should do your due diligence and perch them just around the map so they can spot for these kinds of things. As it is, he has no idea of this giant Terran army arriving at his base. He just sees it now, and he is going to have to scramble to make it work. Don't run in like that. Okay, pulls back. And yeah, you want to buy as much time as possible. Do not engage. Oh no, loses all his Zerglings. Banelings get some okay hits, but they all die. And I think this is the beginning of the end, folks. There's a massive Terran army at his front door, and yellowjellow doesn't have enough to contend with it. bbreed just barreling forward with his Marine Marauder thing. Single Hellbat. Reinforcements also arriving, some Whittle mines as well, and yellowjellow just cannot muster up an army, and GG, a pretty swift, decisive victory out of bbreed. Welcome back! We've got our, I guess this is the third game of the Trials of bbreed, who is up 2-0 from his opponents. He has taken out BubblyFrog in a TVP. He's taken out yellowjellow in a TVZ, and now we have another TVZ, or should I say ZVT, because we are starting off at the bottom right with our pink Zerg, TimboSlice. And of course, the hero of the story, it's the yellow terran bbreed. Going for his usual build once again. Timbo gonna do a little scout. Gonna poke on in, and unlike yellowjellow, he's gonna get a full scout of the base. And hold on, what is this? It's a quick second gas. don't think bbreed usually gets his gas this quickly. So, wonder what we're gonna see. Maybe a battle cruiser. That's gonna be my prediction for this game. Timbo, just gonna go for 2 hatches for now, but I do think he's gonna throw down a third. Bam, there it goes. I like that as a Zerg. In a ZVT, you're usually free to get a quick 3 bases, and Timbo is definitely the poster child for that type of strategy. Sometimes even going for 3 hatches before starting the spawning pool. That is not the case of this game, as the spawning pool does finish up, but still a pretty early third. And this one Marine, gonna see if he can get this Overlord. Not gonna happen. Not today, pretty boy. And now factory going down, reactor going down. And should we see a starport? Yes, we will. There goes the starport. Now, is Timbo gonna be able to sniff this out? That is going to be the question. It doesn't look like he really has any overlords in position to fly in. This would be the closest one. Actually, I don't even know. They're both pretty far away. And there are more than enough Marines to deter the scout. So it's going to be a difficult scout. And if Timbo isn't aware, if he's not prepared for this, it could prove to be quite costly. bbreed going to be throwing down the fusion core imminently. There we go. And on Timbo's side, he's getting a roach warren. We're going to get additional gas as well. You do need some more gas if you're going to go for roaches, and especially ravagers. And extra queen coming along for the creep spread. That's going to be helpful in the defense as well, but I would like to see a couple more queens. Queens are the best early game defensive unit that Zerg has to offer, so you should always get a few extra. They're good for creep spread, they're good for transfusing, they hit air. They're just an all-around solid unit. Now, first battle cruiser is on the way. Timbo still has no idea. We don't see any extra queens. We don't see any spore crawlers coming up. And this isn't just a battle cruiser attack. It's gonna come with some Marines and Hellions. bbreed gonna try to probably do a double prong attack, move in with his ground force, warp in to the back of the main around here perhaps. And that's going to be very difficult to deal with. Timbo with no units whatsoever. Oh my god, Timbo being super greedy. Droned all the way up to almost 50 as he uses 7. And oh no, he's going to lose some more now. He does have some drones to spare, but you do not want to be losing them. Oh no, this is bad news. Bad news. Oh no, more drones gonna go down, and this has been so worth it already out of bbreed. 18, can he get 19? No, 18 drones down, and he's not even gonna warp in. He's gonna, alright, prove me wrong, he's gonna warp in. And oh man, I wouldn't blame Timbo if he GG's out right now. And honestly, this is pretty much over. All he has for anti-air is 2 queens, one of them very low HP. And yeah, one goes down, the full HP queen went down. low HP queen about to go down as well. Oh! Flew right into the biles. That might have been Timbo's saving grace. Still needs to finish it off though. Not gonna be able to get it. And oh! Okay. Once again dodging the biles and oh! Oh, hits himself there, Timbo. And a few Marines coming in to support, but they're gonna die pretty quickly. And oh man, those vials are coming awfully close. But this battle cruiser just doing work. Oh my goodness, 20 kills so far. And GG, bbreed takes another decisive victory. Who's gonna stop this man? Alright, this is gonna be the 4th game in the Trials of bbreed, the green Terran in our top left. He has won the previous 3 games against his previous 3 opponents, and now the next man up to the plate is gonna be the yellow Zerg, recently returning from a month-long trip in Hawaii because he won the lottery. The yellow Zerg, Kevinnleee. Kevin notorious for his rushes. We shall see if he goes for that once again, and we'll see if bbreed is going to be prepared. Looks like it's gonna be his usual opening, at least for now. And Kevin did go gas, followed by pool. Not the earliest pool, but still, normally you would see Zerg players go for a hatchery first, so it's gonna be a little bit different from what bbreed has encountered in the last 2 games. Now, Kevin going for the hatchery, it looks like. SCV coming in for a quick scout. Gonna spot the timing of the pool. Gonna see that it is almost done. And that should give him enough time to get up some defenses, maybe a bunker. Just be safe. He should know that Kevin is pretty aggressive. Continuing to mine gas. 6872 now. What is that gas going to be for? We don't see any structures going down just yet. No baneling nest, no roach warren, no evo chamber for upgrades. So I'm very curious what that's going to be for. bbreed seemingly unfazed, still going for his reactor. No factory behind actually, going for 2 barracks and then a command center. So he's not all too worried about what Kevin's gonna throw his way, at least not for now. Looks like it is going to be a baneling nest. So Kevin planning to do a bane bust, it seems, and bbreed smartly doubling up on his walls. Could use a little bit more here, as this could be busted down and the lings can stream in, and that could spell disaster. We'll see if bbreed is able to hold this off, as the lings are already here, and Kevin should start morphing banes any second now. There we go. 4 for now. That is not enough to bust down a wall. Alright, 8 in total. That will be enough. And ooh, what's gonna happen? Kevin waddling his banelings in, and uh-oh! The wall is down, the barracks is lifted, and Kevin busts on through, destroys the reactor, destroys both supply depots, and that might be it, folks. bbreed is out of units, his wall has been broken down. He's pulling the SCVs to fight. One Hellion doing its best, gonna get picked off. Second Hellion comes out, gonna do its best as well, but gonna get surrounded and killed as well. More Zerglings streaming across the map to reinforce. bbreed desperately trying to wall this up, but at what cost? He is losing all his SCVs. 11 down already. Another Hellion comes down. That might be enough to shoot Kevin away for now. Maybe for later as well. But the damage has been done. 13 to 18. Kevin gonna morph another 3 banelings. I don't know if he should commit to this, but he's gonna do it anyways. More Zerglings in production. Not gonna be droning up. No sir, not this guy. Not KevinnLeee. Nothing but Zerglings in the production tab for KevinnLeee. He morphs 10 more banelings. But this of course gives bbreed time to reestablish his wall, get some more units out. I'd like to see a repair on this factory, because Kevin could bust that down very quickly. One SCV gonna sacrifice its life to take out a baneling. That's decent. And scout this. That's very important. But that's a lot of banelings, and he can just bust on through. Oh no! Oh, what was that? He ran into the command center. Bit of a blunder there. But now the lings are streaming in once again. bbreed trying to get out some more units. This one Hellion microing his heart out, but it's gonna get chewed up by the Zerglings. More Zerglings coming in. The SCVs going down, and this is gonna be it. I don't see a way for bbreed to come back at this point, and indeed, GG. KevinnLeee. Alright, we are back with another game between our previous winner, the yellow Zerg, kevinnleee, and his green Terran opponent, bbreed. Kevin doing his Kevin thing last game, going for a baneling bust, and it busted down bbreed's wall. Was able to survive the first wave, but could not the second. We'll see if there are any deviations from both players this game, and it looks like already no early pool for Kevin. It's gonna in fact be a hatchery first, very out of character. bbreed still going for his usual, it looks like, at least for now. Also gonna go for a little bit of a scout to sniff out whether or not Kevin is doing a rush. And he's gonna spot that hatchery, gonna spot the pool timing, gonna see that it's not even halfway done yet. So bbreed should feel pretty comfortable at this point. And then just gonna back on out of there and go on home. One Marine gonna try to get this Overlord, and maybe he could have if he had ventured out a little further. But no, he's just standing watch out here. Does spot the Overlord, gonna shoot it a few times, and oh, hold on. Kevin perhaps not paying attention or something, not gonna put his Overlord in the safe spot, and the further he goes, the more dangerous it's gonna be. Gonna take some more hits, but I think he's gonna escape at least this one Marine, but two more on the way, and they might be able to finish him off. That is not something you should be losing at this stage in the game, but alright, it looks like he's gonna be able to get away. But once again, that means Kevin does not have the vision at the front of bbreed's base, so he's not gonna see when he moves out or anything. These two slow Zerglings gonna run forward. One of them loses its life, and Kevin going for a fast lair. Lair at 3 minutes, gonna get his second gas. I would not be surprised to see gases 3 and 4 shortly. And I think this means Mutalisks out of Kevin. And fast Mutalisks can be very devastating, especially if you are not prepared. This one Marine and Overlord, we're having a bit of a standoff. Queen comes out to splatter the guy's guts over the floor. And how long does that stay there? Oh my god, the blood is still there. Is that just gonna stay there for the rest of the game? That's crazy. Anyways, bunch of lings running across the map now, and they are at bbreed's front door, and oh, hold that thought. It's gonna be a Nidus out of Kevin, not a Spire, as I previously thought, but he did lose a good chunk of his Zerglings to that bunker, very unnecessarily there. And what is going to be, looks like a Queen Ling Nidus, very potent combination. I don't think he needed all this gas then. You can definitely get by with just single gas doing this build. And you don't want to put your lings in first. You want to put your queens in first, so when they pop out on the other side, they can transfuse. Just a quick tip for all you viewers out there, all two of you. And down goes the Nidus in the corner of bbreed's main base. He does spot it, gonna start hitting it with 4 Marines. Some Hellions come out to join the battle, and this is why you put the Queens first. They can pop out, transfuse it right away, and keep that alive. But as it stands, that was quite a failure out of Kevin. And what's gonna be the follow-up now that his attack has failed? He's gonna come take a look with this Overseer. Drops a Changeling, which gets quickly splattered over there. And are the guts still there? Oh no. So they do disappear eventually. Oh, that one disappeared pretty quick. Maybe because there was a Changeling. And not sure where this Overseer is going now. Maybe gonna loop around, try to find a spot in the natural base of bbreed. And if he throws down the Nidus now, I think it could be successful as bbreed is moving on out. Are we going to see some kind of base trade? That could be pretty crazy, but as the saying goes, never base trade a Terran because they can float their buildings. Be super annoying. Now the Lings stream out. bbreed considered going back for a split second, but he decided no, he's just gonna go forward and just shreds those Zerglings very quickly. And no defenses at home for Kevin. Some bio units at the front gonna do their best. But they do get cleaned up, so bbreed is forced to retreat back into his main. He does have some Widow Mines, he is producing more, and Kevin has no vision. His Overseer could fly back to provide the vision, but these Widow Mines gonna do a lot in terms of defense. On the other side, bbreed just barreling forward. Kevin trying to get some spines up, but they cannot finish, and this is going to be a Terran victory. There's just not enough out of our Zerg player. Expect GG any second now. 3 Queens remaining, that's not going to be enough. There's 5 Marines here that could hold this off. And Kevin trying to throw down the hatchery in bbreed's natural, but that is not even going to be able to get up, I don't think. And bbreed just gonna try to kill all the buildings. And yeah, Kevin realizes there's no way in heck he can win that. GG's on out. So bbreed ties it up 1-1. Alright, welcome back. We are switching things up. Once again, it is going to be the second game between our pink Zerg, TimboSlice, and the defending yellow terran, bbreed. bbreed did win their first encounter of the night. So Timbo gonna try to get his revenge and go for a scout right off the bat, and I wonder if he might do something cheeky. We have seen him do a proxy hatch before. Are we gonna see that? Maybe not, as he's sending a drone to the natural. Alright. Timbo does go for the hatchery first, so this is just going to be a scout, and he is going to spot no gases yet from bbreed. I don't know exactly how early or late he gets his gas normally, but I think he usually has a gas already at this point, and now he's starting 2 right off the bat. So interesting. Wonder if it's going to be another battle cruiser rush. Timbo gonna go for his 3-hatch build this time. Then gas, then pool. So the greediest greed he can greed. Drone gonna try to chase that SCV away, but they are the same speed, so you're not gonna get it, little guy. This Overlord takes some rifle shots, but does perch safely above this vent. And bbreed mining off of double gas, getting his factory, and I do think we are gonna see a starport very soon after this factory finishes. Is it going to be battle cruisers once again? They worked pretty well for him last time. Timbo does have an Overlord in position to fly in, so perhaps this game he'll have a better scout and better idea. Whoa. That's different, isn't it? Reactor on the factory, not swapping it, so he's gonna have double Hellion production as well as double Marine production, and indeed we are seeing a starport in this very secretive spot behind the minerals, so gonna have to fly quite a long ways to spot that. And also these Marines patrolling the base to deny that Overlord should it try to fly in. And Timbo should think about flying in soon. The fusion core starting, and it's gonna be battle cruisers. Once again, gonna be most likely the same thing we saw last time between these two players. A bit of a double pronged attack. And this Overlord does fly in, but oh no, not going the right way, does not see anything important. Oh no. I think this is gonna be bad news for Timbo. He is getting some extra queens, so that is nice. But he's gonna need more than that. Let's see if it starts up anymore. Going for roaches once again. And that will be good against the Hellions, but it will not be good against the battle cruiser. And just gonna proceed to make a bit of a wall. So Timbo can block this off. He can pull his third queen there, block it off with queens, or maybe just throw down another building here, and that could deter the Hellions from running in. That will of course leave the third wide open. But bbreed is moving on out now with once again a 4 Hellion and handful of Marine Force, 5 Hellions rather. And Timbo's gonna spot this. He does have this Overlord in position, and he should have seen it moving out with this Overlord as well. And so he is making roaches now, and he does have his layer getting roach speed as well. So I think he's gonna be pretty safe against the ground army, but the big question is, what can Timbo do against this battle cruiser? And bbreed, are you gonna warp it in or just fly it in? I think you should just warp it in, bbreed. The Hellions drive on in. Gonna roast a handful of drones. Not the best reaction out of Timbo. Does lose 11 drones. He had more than enough roaches and ravagers to block that and defend. So I don't think he should have lost that many. And where's the battle cruiser? There it is. It has warped in. Gonna pick off one queen and start going for drones. 2 drones, 3 drones going down. 4 drones going down, being super annoying, and once again going into the third. Oh no, Timbo being pulled apart in 2 different directions, struggling to deal with the battle cruiser, not dealing at all with the Marines and Hellions, and now the roaches are trying to save the third base, but they are not going to be able to. Well, are they? No, they are not. Does lose his entire ground army though, bbreed, but this battle cruiser once again terrorizing the Zerg base. 11 kills to his name, and bbreed gonna go for some more drones. Go for the spore crawler. What are you gonna do? Oh, those files almost hit the spore actually. Now the spore has finished up. 2 queens with transfuses might be enough to shoo this away, but how much damage has been done already? Units lost. How do I look at it? Units lost. There we go. 34 drones down. 4 queens, 1 roach, 1 hatchery, 2 overlords, an extractor, and a spine crawler. And Timbo wisely going for a counter-attack. And what does bbreed have for the defense? Quite a lot actually. A lot of Marines and a lot of Widow Mines, which burrow up and whoa, get some big shots off, and the battle cruisers along with the Marines should be able to clean this up. Lickety split, no problemo, and GG. bbreed takes the victory once again. Alright, we are back once again, switching things up yet again. It's gonna be the third game and perhaps final between our yellow Zerg, kevinnleee, and the purple this time terran, bbreed. So Kevin did take a pretty decisive victory the first map by way of Baneling Bust, and bbreed took the second map in a bit of a base trade kind of situation. Failed Nidus from Kevin, which technically succeeded the second time around. However, bbreed was across the map and just destroyed the Zerg base. So what are we going to see this time? It's going to be a hatchery first, then extractor, and we should be seeing a pool. There we go. And bbreed going to scout this all out. Does not want to be caught off guard, so I'm going to spot the pool timing and everything, and he's going to know that he is not being rushed, at least not yet. So bbreed going to be content to throw down his command center on the low ground, and I hope he is diligent with his wall, because his opponent can flood lings at any second. And ooh, second gas on the way? What is that gonna be for? There's gonna be some kind of Ravager attack? I don't know why you would need 2 gases at this point in the game. It's a little odd, and whoa, very fast layer, holy moly. Last game he got it at around 3 minutes, this time got it at around 2 minutes. So maybe this time he's gonna go for a very swift Mutalisk rush. That was what I expected last time, but it did not come to fruition. And let's see what it's gonna be this time. Third gas going down, and that definitely points to mutas to me. bbreed is indeed building up his wall. Very nice, but unfortunately that's not gonna be very helpful against Mutalisks. This is about the fastest you can get mutas, skipping ling speed altogether even. And there goes down the spire. 26 workers only, 27 now. 4th gas on the way, and this is such a quick spire. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe how fast it is. bbreed gonna use the vision from that floating barracks to pick off the overlord. That is super annoying. Gonna supply block Kevin just for a moment while his overlords finish. And Kevin, what is Kevin gonna do? More drones, actually. I thought he'd be saving up his money as the spire nears completion, but he is getting some more overlords to free up supply to get Mutalisk when that finishes, and he should absolutely start saving money now. But instead he's gonna build some spine crawlers for the defense. Not a bad idea, because bbreed is moving out, but now he has no money for his Mutalisks. No monies. He has 900 gas, but not enough minerals. Only enough minerals to start 2. And that's a bit of a blunder from Kevin. You definitely want a large swell of mutas as soon as that spire finishes. The point is to catch your opponent off guard as early as possible, but I guess Kevin felt unsafe having lost that front overlord. So he had to get some spine crawlers. And they are going to do a good job at repelling this Terran army, at least for now. And bbreed's going to have to go back to the drawing board and think of a solution. Can't really just break that wall of spines with just a handful of Marines and Hellions. So we'll see if maybe bbreed decides to go for siege tanks, which are of course a very good long-range unit. They can be used to break these kind of turtley setups. And did bbreed scout? Because, well, now he knows for sure, but he was already getting missile turrets. So Kevin has kind of already missed his window. Of course, how many is that? 9 mutas can pick off the missile turret, but you do not want to fly into the widow mines. Oh, gotta be careful. And that is definitely not the damage Kevin wanted to get. He's still gonna fly around, try to be annoying. Pick off a Hellion. Maybe he can get this reactor. No, not quite. And that was definitely not the damage he was looking for. Flies all the way home, it looks like. I don't think you needed to go that far home, Kevin. And he's still floating a lot of gas. And I think you should just commit to mutas. Go balls to the wall. But no more mutas on the way, at least not yet. He is getting +1 flyer carapace. Interesting decision. That usually means that our Zerg player intends to use his mutas for more of a head-on fighting army. Nice pickup there on the combat shields. So normally if you use the mutas as a hit and run squad, you would want to get +1 attack. So they do more damage, obviously. You just fly in, pick off stuff, and fly out. But the point of carapace is if you want to fight Marines, perhaps. Marines with their relatively low damage but high fire rate. So the extra armor allows the mutas to just survive just a little bit longer, and maybe they can do better in a frontal engagement. Kevin also getting some banelings. Gonna try to get his 3rd base as well. And oh, there's one Mutalisk here, away from the rest of the flock. And it's gonna be an infestation pit as well behind this. Now, I wonder if Kevin's gonna go for infestors for the fungals, or is he just gonna go right up to hive? We will have to wait and see. Now, these Mutalisks flying in, how many does he have? 18, but I think there's one stuck in the base, slacking off. Ooh, Widowmine shot does pick one off. And ooh, be careful of those Widow Mines, okay. And now bbreed moving out with his own army. And is Kevin gonna be able to clean this up? The banelings roll on through bbreed, microing his heart out with some nice stutter step, but you need to split your units as well. And Kevin is able to clean up the entire Terran force. Nicely done. And now the game is pretty convincingly in the Zerg favor. Zerg is on 3 bases, going up to 4, and the Terran has his 3rd command center, but it is not placed on location just yet. These mutas dancing with the devil, gonna eat a Widowmine shot. But clean up the Marines and medevacs, and they back on out. Where are your overseers, Kevin? No overseers, I don't believe. So he has no vision of the Widow Mines. bit of a mistake there from Kevin. You've seen the Widow Mines. You should at least get some overseers. And it is going to be a fast hive. So I think the goal is going to be Ultralisks eventually. Kevin flies back in, tries to do some more damage. Eats another Widow Mine shot. Ooh, eats another 2. But that's not going to be enough to kill these mutas. It does trim them down a bit. And gets a few of them pretty low. So they're not going to be able to help too much in this upcoming fight. But that's a lot of banelings. And not a lot of terran over here. Banelings, of course, the natural predator of marines. But Widow Mines also predator to the banelings. So have to see how this plays out. He's burrowed 3 Widow Mines here. Let's see if they get the money shots. Oh! Big shot onto the banelings there. 8 kills. And oh no, you don't want to lose that medevac full of marines. Okay, nicely done. And bbreed dancing on the razor's edge right now. Nothing but marines and Widow Mines over here at the front line. Kevin, he does have his hive done, but no Ultralisk Cavern just yet. Oh, there it is. Where is it? There it is, Ultralisk Cavern starting on up. And Kevin, he could try to take this on, but I think the wise move would just be to sit back and buy time. Once those big beefy space cows come out, I don't know what bbreed will be able to do. But bbreed is going to go in to pick off the 4th base. And I don't think Kevin should go for this. Oh no, loses a lot of banelings right there. And now the supply lead has swung in the Terran's favor. What a turn of events. This one Widow Mine with 10 kills, very nice. And now Kevin is forced to remake a lot of banelings, so he only has enough money for 2 Ultralisks right now, which are still going to be very strong. But Kevin has also been slacking in the upgrades department, so no +3 armor yet. In fact, no +1 even. He might have it for the next fight, but without all that armor, the Ultralisks aren't all that scary. Terran side of things, he does have 1-1, and oh, Kevin's gonna roll in with banelings. bbreed gonna try to micro, but actually walks into the banelings. Loses a bunch of marines, and now the supply has once again swung back into the Zerg side of things. If we take a look at the income, it has been all Zerg all day. In terms of resources lost, indeed the Zerg player has lost way more actually, but he has also been mining way more, so he can absolutely afford it. And now the space cows are here. They are not as beefy as they could be, only +1 armor on them so far. But they are still a force to be reckoned with. Only 1 Marauder and 1 Thor out of the Terran players so far. Another Marauder joining the fray, but that is not going to be enough to counter what Kevin has. And after losing that 4th, Kevin just getting another 4th on the other side. Kevin's gonna look for some more damage. Gonna come out and look for trouble. Picks off some reinforcements and Perhaps using that as his cue, bbreed goes in with his units, sees the Ultralisk, and he's got to be pooping his pants right now. Being chased by these gigantic, massive behemoths. They're going to chomp away at the Terran army. And now only 3 Widow Mines left here at the front line, 2 medevacs. bbreed has his 3rd, trying to get a 4th up. And he is going to need to come up with a solution for those Ultralisks. Looks like it's going to be Liberators for now. But the Liberators, even when they're sieged up, they can just get picked off by the Mutalisks very quickly. So I don't think that's going to be all too viable. I wonder if we'll see any Ghosts. Ghosts with their snipe ability, very powerful against all things Zerg, honestly. But no Ghost Academy coming up. So it's just going to be Marine Marauder, Widow Mine, medevacs, a couple Thors perhaps. Worker count pretty even actually, 59 drones to 54 SCVs. The Terran of course has mules as well, so I do believe the income is going to be starting to swing into the Terran favor. Indeed, there it goes. After being Zerg favored for most of the game, it is going to be Terran favored for now, but Kevin is gonna stream across the map with his beefy space cows. They're gonna chomp away at the Terran army, and actually the Terran army is doing decently. I think all the Mutalisks went down. Is that correct? And ooh, very poor engagement out of Kevin. Wasting a bunch of banelings there on this Marauder as well, down the south side. So super inefficient trade out of our Zerg player, and 28 Mutalisks have lost their lives, 10 Ultralisks, 43 Zerglings, 62 banelings. Oh my goodness, it is a bloodbath over here. And wow, 7,000 more resources lost out of the Zerg. That was pretty brutal there. And now bbreed gonna feel comfortable to move out. And Kevin has remade some of his ultras, but he is quite far behind in terms of the army count. That went just about as bad as it can go for the Zerg, and now it's a big opportunity for bbreed. Huge Widowmine shots, oh my goodness, killing all the banelings. Now the bio can fight the ultras as they do back up into the line of fire from the Liberator. Queen does pick it off, but this is pretty bad for Kevin. He has 5 Ultralisks and a few Zerglings. 42 more Zerglings on the way. That can be helpful. But the economy, despite all his bases, not really up to snuff for the Zerg player. 56 drones is not enough. You want at least in the 70s, ideally in the 80s. Does have more bases though, as his main and natural are starting to mine out. And bbreed going in for another attack. Gonna spot those Zerglings. He cannot stay here, so he's gonna lift off. And need to fly on home. The reinforcements stream into their deaths. Oh no. And once again, supply swing into the Zerg favor. These 4 Ultralisks gonna chomp away at this planetary fortress. bbreed goes for the repair. And it's gonna be good enough to save it. The Ultra is gonna be forced to back away. And how are the upgrades? 2-2 on both sides. Oh, actually no, that's only +1 armor for the infantry. So a bit of a mistake there, not seeing the upgrades, and now we are seeing the Ghost Academy. Any ghosts on the field just yet? Doesn't look like it. No ghosts yet. Kevin going for +3 melee weapons, and no +3 armor just yet. Armor actually going to be more important for an Ultralisk based composition. Ultralisk with their, I think, what is it, 8 armor or something? They have ridiculous armor. That's what makes them so good against bio. Marines do almost no damage. Marauders do a little bit better. And we are now starting to see ghosts. Ghost reporting. Only 1 ghost so far, I think. Indeed, just the 1 so far. But if we start to see 6, maybe 8, maybe 10 ghosts, and they just queue up snipes, they can blast down Ultralisks very quickly. But oh my goodness, that is a lot of Ultralisks. 14 Ultralisks. That is a scary amount. +3 Carapace starting up as well, and the Ultras are just gonna go for an attack onto this base. Gonna shred just about all the workers that were mining there, and oh, I heard that ghost lose its life. Oh no! The Lings and Banes coming to help as well. No lift on the command center. Big mistake there. And Kevin is just in every base at the moment. Slicing away with their Kaiser claws. These Ultralisks just ransacking the Terran base. The Zerglings in the natural gonna chew through the Neo Steel frames of the Terran as well. Once again, no lifts on any of the structures. And GG. Kevin gonna take that series 2-3.